Oh, let's get into the Lil Yachty. So Lil Yachty, Lil Yachty was on Flatboy Mac's stream, and there was an interesting part of the stream that got a lot of people upset. Okay, let's see if we can find that part. It was a part where Yachty previews a song for Max, and he uses a bar referencing George Floyd. This is it right here.
Wait for it. ITSUS, I'm finna go break the bank for it. Put my knee up on her neck, I went George Floyd. I be tweaking, she get wet, she gon' wait for me. Wait for it. Wait for it. All this got up on my neck, it's our sunshine.
Now, the most hilarious part about this, not saying the bar is funny, but the most hilarious part about this in the reaction is this nigga right here. It's like this nigga, as soon as he heard it, he was like, this nigga tripping. But I got paid to be here, so I'm going to just vibe out. Look at this nigga right here.
Wait for it.
Look,
wait for it.
He nodding.
ITSUS, I'm finna go break the bank for it. Put my knee up on her neck, I went George Floyd. I be tweaking.
You know when you look at someone, y'all hear that? Y'all hear that?
She get wet, she gon' wait for me. Wait.
He don't even know how to react. He like.
Wait for it. All this got up on my neck, it's our sunshine.
This person over here, they're like.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Anyway, do I think this is a big deal? I don't know how I feel about this, honestly. No, actually, it's pretty bad. On the scale of, I'm gonna go out with my chopper like I'm Kobe Bryant. Y'all remember when Meek rapped that? Yeah, this is bad too. Yeah. Meek Mill, go out, chopper, Kobe Bryant. Like, that was bad too, Chad. Like, that was bad. Now, here's my thing. And when I say I don't know how I feel about it, is that, yeah, it might not be like, oh, that's a dope bar, right? Because obviously you start thinking about the tragedy and even much more than that, everything that was the effects of that in the United States and just in culture and just among people in general was a huge social movement that really mattered a lot, right? And yeah, you don't want to trivialize it. I get that. However, I'm not the person who says you say one bar that doesn't fit too good or you kind of forced it, let's cancel you. So I'm not with that shit. Obviously, I'm one of the people they've tried to cancel over everything. So I'm just going to say that's a bad bar, Yachty. Like, you try to make something, you know, comedians always say you could joke about everything. And they're saying that if you say something that people think are too sensitive, the joke just not funny enough. Because they really believe, comedians really believe you could joke about everything. You can joke about death, everything. Like, they've joked about Hitler. They've joked about the assassination of everybody. And they're like, there's a way to do it. And if you get backlash, you're just not funny enough. That's just basically how they take it. I look at it here, I'm not going to say you could necessarily rap. I guess you could rap about everything. I'm just going to say, bruh, we're just going to calm it down. Okay, bad bar Yachty, but we're not going to cancel Yachty. Okay, I think everybody just wants, like, when they see something, it's like blood-hungry sharks that are just circulating. They're like, oh, you said that? Oh, we're done with Yachty. Fuck Yachty. No. I'm pretty sure Yachty's going to see the backlash. I'm pretty sure he's going to be like, you know what? I could have done better. You know, it's kind of regrettable. You know, with all due respect to the family of the late George Floyd, and I do respect the plight and everything that, you know, really spurred from, you know, his death. And I think that should be it. I just don't like how social media be dragging niggas. Like, social media be dragging niggas like, you say something or you make one mistake or, like, we get it. Like, we could tell Yachty was just trying to do some rap some bar he thought was cool. It's just not cool. So we could just say, nigga, all right, that was whack and keep it moving. But people want him out of here. Like, I'm seeing some people so mad. Like, they're like, we got to cancel him. And the reason why I stop short of people having those reactions is because that's where we get, you remember what happened to DaBaby where like, yeah, granted, like, yeah, you probably shouldn't be on stage in 2020, whatever that was, saying, yo, put your hands in the air if you ain't got HIV or you ain't fucking on it, whatever the case that is. Yeah, that's regrettable and maybe he wouldn't do it again. But to try to like kill somebody's career over like, no, that's where I look at it, right? But do I think it's a firebar? No. All right. Oh, let's play that Meek Mill lyric. That shit was. What was the name of the song? It said, if I ever lack, I'm going out with my chopper. I'll be another Kobe. Yo, that shit was crazy. Wait, never mind. The song was called Don't Worry. Let's see. This shit was. Did he ever release it? Nah, this was just a bad bar.
I said be enough.
Wait, I'm trying to find the leak. Oh, this is it?
Too much giving and not pop for me. Look me in my eyes and say she's pure water. Yeah, I know she lying to me, but it's gonna make me fuck harder. Fuck not your homie. And you can't feel it like I feel it, cause it's not your money. I can tell that they ain't never know.
Is this the song?
This bitch I'm fucking always tell me that I can tell that they ain't never.
Where is it?
Why we been talking about my money? Should've tell you at the counter, she gon' pop for me. Ballin' like I'm James Harden. And going far, but I just walked in all these chains on it. It's pure water, ain't even so. I damn curse, I was gotta. This bitch I'm fucking out.
Where's the line? Where's the line?
I got niggas in they feelings about this money and they really
Straight drop, thank you for the 2, bro.
owe me. Yeah. And if I ever lack, I'm going out with my chopper and be another Kobe.
Oh, shit. This is a bad bar. So me, like, you know, there's a few bars, like, think about the worst bars in, like, rap history, chat, where you're like, why the fuck he said that? The only one, and I don't believe in cancellation of no rappers because every rapper talks about murder, selling drugs. They talk about the worst things in the world, so to be like, oh my God, you talked about another thing that's bad, but it's about somebody we like. It's kind of mad hypocritical. Well, when Meek is talking about spin the block, dump the shots, shoot everybody who's standing and moving, like, we're like, oh shit, it's fire. He mentions our loved hero. We're like, oh my God, how could you talk about Kobe like that? Oh my God. We're hypocritical, right? I think the only bar that I remember, I'm like, yo, yeah, you tweaked out. Not the only, because there's a bunch of them. Didn't Rich Homie Quan have one? I think he did. Rick Ross did wild out with the Marlena joint. You ain't even know it. That was wild. I was like, Ross. Ross. And I think he did. He went on timeout for a good, like year. He went on timeout. It's like, yo, hold on now, Ross. What? What'd you say, Ross? Nah, the Ross one was crazy. That was one of them where, like, I like how Reebok even played that. Reebok was like, bro, we ain't dropping you, but we just gonna keep it low and we gonna back up. Just take a year off, gang. Nah. The Rick Ross line was not funny. But there was a time that rappers used to rap mad aggressively about sex with women. Like, yo, if this bitch don't suck my dick, I'm a da-da-da-da. Like, they used to rap way more aggressively with that, but we're in a different time. Like, you talk like that, be like, nigga, it sound like you trying to take it from that joint. Nigga. Somebody said me, nah.
She ain't never showed me. Yeah. And if I ever lack,
I remember when he was writing this, he probably thought this was fire. And if I ever lack, I'm gonna go out with my chopper. I'm gonna be another Kobe.
I'm going out with my chopper Kobe. Shit, I could tell that.
Anyway, so
I TSUS, I'm finna go break the bank for it. Put my knee up on her neck, I went George Floyd.
put my knee up on her neck. I went George Floyd. Yeah, nah. Anyway, Steven Jackson, who, if you don't know, is George Floyd's like supposedly real cousin. Like Steven Jackson, the former basketball player, used to play for the Indiana Pacers and a couple other teams. He reacted, and I ain't gonna lie, he was on 10 about it. He's not taking it lightly. My reaction was like, oh, it ain't work. He got on Yachty's ass immediately.
Man, I'm so out the way, man, trying to mind my business. Y'all see the type of big shit we got going on and shit we doing, man. I'm making changes in my life. I'm doing the right thing. I'm winning. I'm just trying not to pay attention to you idiots, man. But, like, it's just hard, bro. Like, Lil Yachty, bro. You been whack, my nigga. But you think you saying George Floyd name and trying to use his name in the bar, that's gonna make people like your whack-ass music, my nigga? That shit weak. Y'all the only era that feel like demeaning the dead and saying that shit is cool, my nigga. It ain't. It ain't. And it's me and the whole Third Ward and the whole Houston, Texas riding behind G, man. Don't ever say his name, bro. None of y'all knew G. Nothing about him. But y'all want to say his name for clout. Put a knee up on his neck. That's some weak-ass shit, Yachty. But let somebody die in your family. We gonna do a whole skit about it. See how funny it is, bro. Cut that shit out, man. It's only you whack Sambo-ass niggas that do shit like that. Stop the...
Now, I ain't gonna lie, I love Steven Jackson because he's like, he's in the category and the competition to be the oldest YN in the game. Oldest. You know they got the ONs? It's him, Benzino, Jim Jones, and a few others. Like, they're still gangster as fuck while they're gray as fuck. I could never forget Steven Jackson. Steven Jackson checking in with O-Block. Look. Once he checked in with O-Block, I knew this shit was real.
on porch with a black
Here we go.
Damn, tell me where you at. Oh, damn, what all that jam?
The nigga went to O-Block with his chains on and a basketball. Like, yo, that's a school trip if I've ever seen one.
On porch with a black card in my pocket. Get it on porch. Damn, got a shit on us.
They got that nigga doing dunks in the hood.
Yeah. A lot of y'all be in O-Block pulling up, taking pictures. Where we at?
Tell them how they coming.
We in the middle of it. What you mean, nigga? Y'all pull up and take pictures and y'all not allowed to.
They sneak.
And one thing about it, if you're a real one, you don't mind checking in.
Yo, Unc checked in with a 16-year-old. Shit was crazy. This is wild. Steven Jackson, don't see this and diss me, nigga. I'm just saying, bro. This was wild. This was some wild shit, my nigga.
Blood. What you mean, nigga? Y'all pull up and take pictures and y'all not allowed to.
They sneak.
And one thing about it, if you're a real one,
Yo, Steven Jackson like 50 flexing. Yo, nigga, I pulled up to the hood and I took pictures because the 14-year-olds on the block let me. I checked in, nigga.
you don't mind checking in.
Checking in. What you say?
I check in with the real one. That's why I'm in the middle of O-Block.
Where you at?
You see the hoop?
Where you at?
I'm in the middle of O-Block.
This kid don't even have facial hair. So you tell me if I go to O-Block, I got to check in with a 13-year-old?
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Where you at?
I'm in the middle of O-Block.
Yo, Yachty, apologize to this man, because if this man is still checking in with 14-year-olds, bro, and going to O-Block to prove his gangsterism to dunk on a single rim with no net, bro, he dunked on a single rim with no net. There's no net there. There's no net. He's in the middle of O-Block. This man is off his rocker. And one thing I've learned in 2025, when a nigga show you he crazy, believe him. Believe him. So this nigga is showing me that he's still with that street shit. And everybody remember him at the Malice at the Palace fight. He was the one throwing the most blows. So he about that life. Yachty, apologize not only to George Floyd, but to Steven Jackson too. This nigga's on some different shit. Somebody say what? That kid facing murder charges. What? That's Ty Munna. Let me Google him. Maybe he was a nigga to check in with. This is him? Ty Munna. Okay, his page is down. O-Block Ty Munna with a message from jail. What? The fuck? Come on, man. Yes, I'm over 18, nigga. Ty Munna just lost his case. What case he lost? I wonder if Unc paid. Fuck is this? Whoa! Oh shit! Now he is 16. Oh shit, the nigga. I told you I was 16. Charges: 1 felony count, murder. Next felony count, weapon, machine gun. Damn, a switchy. Okay. Oh, you charged with murder. Yeah, that sounds like a nigga you should be checking in with. Wow. I didn't know he was like that.
Well, how long you lived in O-Block for?
10 years.
This is O-Block.
So this is a nigga. Oh, fuck.
Well, how long you lived in O-Block for?
10 years.
This is O-Block Ty Munna, the youngest in charge from the block, respected by all members, including high-ranked older members like Munna Duke and E-Dog.
What's it like growing up here?
It's a lot, you know what I'm saying? I can't even explain it, but it's a lot.
What's the best part about it?
Shit, everybody know each other.
What's the worst part?
It ain't no worst part, you know what I'm saying?
Everything good.
Everything.
What do you think is the future of O-Block? What's gonna happen to the community in the next 5 years?
They probably made this motherfucker better.
Ty Munna was just starting to make a name in the O-Block music scene, but shortly after this interview, at just 15 years old, he was booked for a body. But the hat he caught wasn't just an anybody. It was the brother of high-ranking NLMV member EBK Juvie. I don't know the specifics of the situation, but I do know Ty Munna is still locked up for the situation as we speak, and has been transferred to an adult prison recently to serve his sentence.
Well, how long you lived in O-Block for?
Wow. Yeah, let me take back everything I said. Ty Munna is a nigga to check in with. Oh, this is the shooting? Wow.
I grab my Glock, it been through a lot, but it's this shoe like new, we at the top. Yeah, we love, I grab my Glock.
Oh, okay. Let me not go down a Chicago rabbit hole here. Okay. All right, I'll check in with the 16-year-olds too. If I go out there.
Goes gang war to the world.
Oh my
so 2010,
God.
2011.
I might just randomly in these videos, bro. Get me out of these videos. Okay. All right. So anyway, Yachty, just apologize to this nigga, man. This ON, I can't call my YN. This ON, he's still on that type of shit, and I don't want him to slap you, Yachty. I'm gonna keep it a being with you. I don't want him to slap you. It sounded like he was. This video was giving I'm gonna slap the shit out of you energy. I'm gonna slap the shit I'm gonna slap the shit out of you when I see you, nigga. That's the energy he was giving. So apologize, Yachty. Donate some money to the family. Call it a day. If you ever drop the song, put like quarter the proceeds to the family, and I forgive you. You know what I mean? It's not that big of a deal to me, but to other people, they're like up in arms, like, how could you say this? Like, come on, relax. Okay. Let me see what else.